Hello, our viewers. Welcome to another edition of Out and Proud African LGBTI. Today is the 31st of May 2024, and we are so excited that we are soon getting to the Pride Month. And we are here as usual. I'm here with some friends.
Hi everyone, my name is George from Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya.
Deborah Birungi from Uganda.
Okay, so we are excited to have Deborah and George today. George from Kenya and Deborah from Uganda. They are here today to share with us their life experiences in their countries before they came here to the UK. George is a gay man from Kenya and Deborah is a lesbian from Uganda. So they'll be sharing with us their stories today, how they were able to live in their homophobic countries and how life was like living in countries that are homophobic. George?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can briefly share with us your story, how you managed to live in Kenya as a gay man, and what were your struggles? What did you basically go through in Kenya living as a gay man?
Hello, my name is George Kinyanjui. I was born in Kiambu, Kenya. I grew up in a place called Tenderu in Kiambu. I was born in 1996, February, and I was brought up in the same place where I was born, and well, growing up relatively was like normally the other kids how they grow up, but as you grow older you get to realize there's some things that yes, you are a boy, but you are more inclined to some other aspect of sexuality than the other boys, like you want to wear like girl shoes, you want to more hang around the girls and not the boys, you're more free with the other girls interacting wise, but you are not. There are some things you're doing that are not say typically like the normal boys, what they do, like climbing trees. You're not interested in those things. You're not interested in playing football. But growing up, you just go as it is, because like when you're growing up, you're taken to church. They tell you being a gay man or a lesbian is taboo. They tell you the Bible says you're not supposed to be this person. The Bible says, the community says, our culture says that you need to be a man and a woman needs to be a woman. There cannot be a correlation or sexual anything between a man and a man. So growing up, you have to, yes, in the back of your mind, you know what you want and you know how you feel. But because of the society and because of how you are, the environment that you are in, you can't express yourself. So, well, in primary school, that I never got to. Yes, there was those feelings, but in primary school, you're in a mixed school, you're going home every day, so you couldn't even have the, you want to be this person, but you don't have the, what can you say, the capability or even the know-how to be who you are. But then went to high school and went to a boarding school in Kiambu still. There I met other young boys who are like me, and we could interact and say, okay, this is who we are, but this is not something we can do because publicly, because like in the laws in Kenya, if you are found in school, the school has the right to expel you and deny you a referral so that you cannot even get into another school. So even us saying that we are gay men, and by that time we were boys, it still has that hurdle that you cannot be who you are openly, because even the society, the stigma, because when you're expelled from the school, everyone knows what has the letter in the school says who you are. The reason why we have expelled you is because we found you in another boy having sexual relations. So even the letter for you to go to another school, when they see that letter, they'll tell you, we don't want you. So even now you have to do things, but you're doing them secretly and avoiding anyone knowing. So you have to play the masculine way and pretend you like girls, you want to do what other boys normally do, but in the back of your mind, you not, that is not something that you're interested in. Then you grow up, you finish school, you go to college. Now you have a little maneuvering, because now you have hostels, you have the freedom to go and without being monitored, but still you can't do it publicly. You have the stigma, and the people and the society is not, they can't even hear about it. They don't want to hear about something like that. So you have to just hide yourself and be who you are, but behind the curtains. But when the curtains are drawn, you are someone else. The one the society needs to see, the ones the society have programmed you to be. You need to be a man, and you need to marry a woman. There can never be a correlation between a man and a man in the society of Kenya. So, and then when you go even to the constitution, you read about the penal codes and what they say about if you are caught. But basically, they don't even, there has never been a person jailed or taken to prison because of their sexuality. But what happens is they discriminate you. They abuse you. They can talk against you to a point where you feel like you are worthless. So yes, they are there. The constitution does not protect you, but also the society does not even have in their norm to say that this is something we can ever accept. So living as a gay man in Kenya is something that is very hard. It is still very hard. And most people, even if you are caught, you deny being gay. You say, I'm not that. I can never be that. And so it's just a matter of you living behind the curtains and never when the curtains are drawn. So it is you being in the closet and doing your things in your closet. But when you come out, you have to be a different man, a different woman, the one the society wants and the one the society accepts.
Yeah, as you've heard from George, it's really difficult living in a homophobic society. And just like George said, most of the fears that George is sharing are typical of all homophobic countries. They are not really safe places to live in, and people go through a lot living in homophobic countries. The fear instilled in them and the stigma surrounding LGBTI individuals in homophobic countries is still really, really, really bad. And we keep praying and hoping that such governments compelled to change, and maybe one day they'll all become free and enable LGBTI people live freely. So back to my friend Deborah. Yeah, Deborah, can you share a bit of your own experiences with us? Your names and where you're from, and probably where you lived in Uganda before you came here, and what were your struggles and how you managed to overcome them until you came here to the UK.
Thank you very much. My name is Deborah Birungi from Uganda. I was born in Kampala and I grew up in Kampala. Not so different from George, despite the fact that we come from different countries, but what we've gone through is kind of the same. I grew up in a very staunch Baganda family. I'm a Mumbeja, so we're like the princesses of Buganda. And then my family is very the staunch the very staunch Christian people. So growing up I grew up like any other normal child until I reached to a point where I started understanding how I really feel. But with that background of coming from very staunch families, of very staunch traditions, and then being Christian, you would never show your true self, because at church they used to tell us about homosexuals, how God destroyed a whole city of Sodom and Gomorrah because of their sexuality. So we grew up with a lot of fear. So you wouldn't come out at any one time. So we were forced into marriage because that was the expectations. Me personally, I got married. I lived with a man that I never loved for years, until by chance I got an opportunity of getting a student visa, and I came to the UK, and I was free of all that. Now I'm here living happily and free to do whatever I want out of the closet.
Yeah, that's good to hear that our friend Deborah has been able to have a new life. Same to George. They're now happy and free to express themselves since they are now in a safe country. And we still hope that our friends out there in Uganda and Kenya one day will be able to live freely like we are living here. So George, we are getting to June, and as the LGBT community in the UK and elsewhere, we are so excited. It's the Pride Month. Have you by any chance been able to go for a Pride march?
No, this will be my first time. I'm looking forward to it, having new experiences, meeting new people, meeting new friends, making friends, and being who you are out there, proud, and having fun. So I'm looking forward to this month, Pride Month.
Okay. So that's very exciting to know. I myself have attended Pride before, but I'm so excited that it's June yet again, and I'm really, really looking forward to another Pride, and getting my dancing shoes ready and all my rainbow colors, and I know it will be super exciting. Deborah, have you attended Pride before?
Yes, I have. June is a month of love. Spread love all over. I've been to the one at Trafalgar Square, and then I also went to Brighton, and it was so fun. It was we had a lot of fun. We went to the beach. We walked around. So many different people. You meet people with different. The whole LGBTQ umbrella. You meet different kinds of people. It's a lot of fun. I'm excited for the month.
Well, like you've heard, we are getting to June. June is a month of love for us, where we celebrate our heritage, we celebrate who we are, and there are lots of fun activities throughout June for the LGBTI community. And as Out and Proud LGBTI group, we are so excited and we look forward to the London Pride March. We shall be there. So please come join us, come celebrate with us, and we look forward to seeing you all, everyone who identifies as LGBTI, all our supporters and friends of LGBTI people. Please join us. We shall be attending the London Pride, and we shall be happy to have you with us. George, do you have a message for the people in Kenya out there, in your own words, probably in Swahili, that you'd like to give to the people back home in Kenya that are watching us now?
Kile ambacho naweza sema ni tunaomba siku moja tuweze kuishi kwa the same society bila pingamizi lolote, bila hujuma yoyote, kupendwa vile tuko and wanatukubali vile tuko. Najua si safari rahisi, lakini najua tutapigana na tutaweza kufika mahali ambapo zile freedom na rights zile tunapewa hapa UK kwa wale watu wa LGBTQ, siku moja itakuja ikuwe a reality kwa wale wako Kenya. Na najua si kitu rahisi kwa nchi za Afrika kuitikia kitu kama hii, kwa vile hata vile mila zetu hazikubali, lakini najua by and by tutafika mahali ambapo watatuitikia vile tuko na tupe chance ya kuishi pamoja na wao bila hujuma.
So go back to you, Debbie. A message out there for the Ugandans in your local language. Yeah, to the Ugandan authorities, the Ugandan friends, or the Ugandans out there watching you.
Message okulekera Ugandan government and then never na Uganda banange is nti okubeera ng'oli different kya bulijjo we've moved from the traditional lifestyle. People should be allowed to live the way they want. Amateeka ago agatalina mugaso ag'okwagala okusiba abantu, okwagala okulemesa abantu okubeera nga bwe baagala gabeere scrapped out so that people can live freely and happy and in their countries when they don't have to move. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Debbie and George.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, so back to our viewers, thank you for watching us. We are excited. It's coming to June, and I'm still reminding you it's coming to the Pride Month. We are excited, and if you're out there and you have any inspiring story as an LGBTI person living here in the UK, kindly feel free to contact us and come and share your story of love with others. So we shall give you a platform to share your story, your achievements, and your encouragements, and everything good out there that you've achieved as an LGBTI living in the UK. So we are looking forward to seeing you, and have a lovely Pride Month. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We wish you a very, very happy Pride Month.